All right. Well, I already ate your cherub things, President. Okay, this is... I did not expect, honestly, to fight Holtman. I think it would be more interesting, really, if he just had other things fight us. After all, you know, a CEO doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would exactly be a fighter type, now does he? What are you laughing about? You're losing! Oh, I see. You're gonna throw some kind of Robobot-looking thing at us. Ah, it hits like a Robobot would. Oh, I see. He's remote controlling it. And in any case, apparently, this company did not actually build the mother computer. They just reactivated it. By the sounds of things, it's some kind of really super-duper advanced ancient piece of technology. Because if they had to analyze various civilizations that presumably developed independently just in order to activate it, I mean, that's something. That's like ancient precursor aliens who formed all life kind of stuff. Anyway, we're on top of the mother computer, aren't we? Must be very tough if it can withstand all these explosions. Oh, Holtman, Holtman, friend. You keep jumping around, friend. Just kidding, Holtman, you're not my friend. I think you're a horrible person. So what is this? Is this something that this mech that Holtman is writing, is it something the mother computer built that Stardream built? Also, this music is really kind of creepy, and although I can barely hear it over the, all these attacks. Oh, we managed to avoid that Is that money? Yeah, he has so much money, he can just throw it out at us onto our screen. It's not doing a very good job blocking our view, though, I must say. Indeed, it's doing a lackluster job of that. And I assume that's what he wants to do here. I understand that it's lonely at the top. You may have been through a lot in your day, Holtman, sir, but this is... Oh, okay, now it's blocking my screen a little bit more. Oh, these guys! Sure. Oh, I see you're not. They're not the most advanced AI, now are they, President Holtman? I probably should have taken that advantage to attack him, shouldn't I have? And hailing the stars that the robots left with their attacks. This is one of Holtman's less effective attacks. Oh, President Holtman. President Holtman, I must say your company's made some very advanced pieces of work, but you know, that doesn't make what you're doing here okay. You're pretty much genocidal, and you're apparently in it for money, which doesn't make any sense since you're the guy who created the money. You don't have any profits to make, because I mean you make the money. You literally have a license to print money. What more do you want, man? You already sound like a planetary conqueror level guy here, so I'm not quite sure what more you could ask for. Of course, greed knows no limits, does it? Oh, what's this? What's the mother computer sending our way now? Also, that heart thing looks familiar. Okay. Oh! You maniac! You blew up your own fighting robots! Well, I suppose once you have this much money, it doesn't mean anything to you anymore, does it? You begin losing sight of its value after a while. I mean, if you can just spend $1 billion and it basically means you've lost nothing, well, you have a way of forgetting that $1 billion really isn't nothing. That it's really quite a lot. But it'd be very cool, honestly, to be in a position where I could just, where you could just not care about money. Oh, come on! Okay, it hit him. He jumped right into it. Oh, more of these cherub... Oh, God! Well, it hit us anyway, right? Right. So that's good, that counts for something. Now what is he doing? What did he just shoot at? Oh, just more. That's... Oh. That's a bit anticlimactic there. Maybe it's because there's some semblance of, saying something about reality here. But something about Holtman strikes me as particularly scary. I mean, I know Kirby villains tend to be scary, and he's actually kind of silly. But maybe it's because he really is a CEO, it almost seems like they're trying to make some bit of commentary about the real world. Although I doubt they are. Or who knows, maybe they are. As I've said before, the Kirby series factories have a pretty bad track record. Oh, God! Wait, what's the flavor text for him? The Noble Holtman. Noble Holtman, we adore him, kingly lord of time and space. Every day we wish him glory, gazing on his noble face. Huh. It's just that anthem of his, isn't it? He's just so creepy. And Kirby's round pink life form from Planet Popstar possesses infinite power and can inhale enemies to copy their abilities. Yes, that is. This must be what Holtman knows about Kirby. Really, time and space. Not just space, but time and space. This is pretty unbelievable. Holtman. You really don't strike me as the best sort of person. In fact, you sound kind of insane to me right now, with all your Listen to him. Is he always this way? Or is it only because he's really letting loose in this fight right now that he's like this? I could see it going either way, honestly. I could easily see it going either way. Oh God. Okay, so, we actually want him to land kind of near us so we can get to the stars. But I don't think he is. Which is odd, I would think his goal would be to land near us. Oh, okay, so he's shooting out these little cherub-like metallic missile robots again. Do you suppose that suit of his is really made of gold? Might be. Whatever is rare, that's what people think is valuable. Don't get me wrong, gold actually has a lot of practical values. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's very good at conducting electricity, for example. But, We're not gonna use it for that now, are we? Okay, okay. This is... Wait, how do I shoot? What? What? Why isn't it... Well, I just wasted my health item, but how do I... Oh, this button! Why wasn't this... Well, alright. Fine. Alright then. Okay. This really is a shoot-'em-up sequence. Sorry, I'm a little starstruck here, so to speak. This is probably... In fact, this is almost certainly... there's no probably about this. The most cinematic sequence in any Kirby game, I think. I mean, this is really unbelievable. So first of all, I did not expect Susie to defect from Hultman. I mean, she seemed to be sort of fanatically devoted towards him, and I guess Hultman has basically died, and this computer has taken over his body. Since the end of history is a very sophisticated concept for a Kirby game to be talking about. I assume they mean a sort of Marxist, Hegelian kind of end of history. The idea is that history is the time in history in which there's suffering and war, I mean. And the end of history is when there will be no more war. Now, I don't know that such a thing will ever be reached, at least not by us humans, but at least not as we exist now. But I can't help but wonder whether what happens someday. But in any case, this computer, I see, wants this to happen. This computer thinks that organic life forms, and perhaps it rightly thinks this, are detrimental to order, and needs to eliminate us. And who knows? Maybe there's some truth in that. But even if there were, that doesn't matter, because we're organic life forms, and by God, we have a right to exist. Maybe someday we'll be at least partially machines, but that day is not yet. We are not yet at that day. Oh my! Okay, this is very determined to carry out its goal, I see. Also, Meta Knight, he recovered very, very quickly and very well from being transformed into a monster. But I never expected Kirby to have a freaking halberd copy ability. That's pretty dang crazy. Actually, hold on. Let's see what flavor text we have here. Fusing together with Hultman, the most advanced computer in the galaxy has become self-aware. To realize its old master's wish of eternal prosperity, it's decided to eradicate all life forms in existence. It really is going to do that. I see. So, it has some of Hultman's intelligence, at least in some rudimentary form. But really, old Hultman wouldn't want all life to be destroyed, because even he wasn't quite... That wasn't his goal. I suppose that maybe his goal at some point really was just to help people, but when you get too powerful, you have a way of getting corrupted. It's just a lifeless sack of meat now, plugged into a computer. Alright. So now it's fused with the Access Ark. I feel sorry for all the people aboard that Ark, including Susie, but... well, some people have to be sacrificed to save all people, then I guess that's just what we're going to have to do. Also, I know I was talking about how big the Access Ark was. I didn't realize that it was actually to scale on that map. The thing's the size of a planet! No wonder there were a few levels in there. There could have been as many levels that Kirby had to go through in there as there were in the rest of the game up to that point combined. Oh, whoa. Okay. Well, hold on. Holtman's mind is being absorbed by Stardream. Merging with the giant ship Access Ark, Stardream has turned into a sentient planet. The machine has lost its master and purpose. It must be stopped. So, they mean Stardream, like it's just acting madly now? Is that what they're getting at? I suppose so. In any case, I have to agree, it's not good to have a robot the size of a planet with this much destructive capability running around doing whatever it wants. That's not good at all. That's not good for anyone. That's the kind of thing that I would hope that the Galactic Federation would get on if it became too much of a problem, but hopefully Kirby can take care of it before then. So, I suppose Kirby has swallowed Meta Knight, hasn't he? I mean, he's just gonna cough him up along with the Halberd later. Or swallowed him for, a sense. He's really just sort of phased him into the Robobot armor. Which, I suppose, is kind of optimistic. I guess that means that he hasn't been, killing all of the things that he's absorbed. Why the letter A? What does A stand for? I suppose it's just using random letters and characters from its database now, isn't it? Oh. What's it do? Oh. Still, although I think we're supposed to have some degree of sympathy for Susie, I have to say that I'm not terribly sympathetic with anybody who could be so callous as to do those things that she did to Meta Knight and to really a great deal of other denizens of Popstar. She did it all in the name of corporate espionage, huh? Corporate espionage, crazy colonialist peoples who think of other planets as being savage and the end of all war forever by the eradication of organic life. Those are pretty heavy topics for a Kirby game. Oh, the Access Ark has more of these legs built into it, does it? I'm not surprised. It has a good deal of sophistication after all. Wait, that face! That's the Galactic Nova! That's the Galactic Nova! Wait a minute. Holtman's... Alright. It's now the size of a planet, but... Okay, this is the next phase. No, it's still the same description. Am I sure? Yeah. Okay. Well then. I did not expect this to happen. Okay, so Holtman and his guys were not Halcandrons. In Kirby's Return to Dreamland, if you play through the extra mode, I think it is, it ends up being mentioned that, oh, shooting arrows at us, this weathercock thing from the Nova is. But it's mentioned that, the Halcandrons designed, what is clearly intended to be the Galactic Nova. So that means the Halcandrons are the race of powerful ancients who built this computer that the Holtman Works Company has been trying to activate. This is what happens when you mess with super advanced ancient computers and do it for money, Max Holtman. Okay? They end up eating you. They end up trying to quite literally consume your soul. Is that I think that Holtman's theme music is playing, or some version of it. And oh, in addition, they have music from the Heart of Nova stage in Kirby Superstar. Oh God, that's all these like eclectic gadgets that it's using to attack us are all things that the Galactic Nova used back in Superstar. Now, I'm not quite sure why the ancient Talcandrins would have designed their reality-altering computers with things like compasses and weathercocks. And I doubt that the game designers designing the Galactic Nova back then really thought about it either. In any case, this is some really shockingly, reincorporation. They're really bringing back all kinds of old plot elements for this installment of the series. It's honestly kind of amazing. I would never, ever have expected this from the Kirby series. And it really just goes to show more than ever what I've said before, which is the more Kirby games you've played, the more you tend to get out of Kirby games, because of all these allusions and references to the past ones that create a stronger sense of continuity than you would expect from Kirby. Also, the numbers the Star Dream's been shooting at us have been counting down, I've noticed. Oh, okay, that was close. That was close. Well, hey, Star Dream, friend. You didn't want to be evil. It was basically a misfortune that led you to this state you're in now, a series of unfortunate events, but you need to be destroyed anyway. What? Oh, okay, sure. Thank you, Meta Knight. I see, Meta Knight, that you, in fact, were not inhaled by Kirby, but it was just some kind of strange fusion between his Robobot armor and the halberd. What is this Robobot armor, anyway? Is it some kind of ancient Halcandran technology, too? We really gotta go, Kirby! Bust into the Star Dream, Kirby! Okay. He did it.
ぐんぐん伸びてるわ。すっかり戻ったな。わよ。
せっかく蘇った自然だ。傷つけちゃいかんよ。
緑を大切にね。忘れたのかよ。村は姉ちゃんが守ったのに。
世の中が良くなって恩恵を受けても、多くの者はそれが誰のおかげかを忘れる。知識人の宿命じゃよ。
知識人なんでもいいわ。少なくともカーリーは分かってくれてるもの。とや
Oh, Meta Nightmare returns! It's been a while since we've had one of those. And the arena. Suppose that means there's going to be another hidden ending after the arena. That's how these things have been going since Kirby Superstar Ultra. Okay. Well. Huh. Have to say, I'm kind of blown away on that one. Wow. What a significant expansion of the Kirby lore. It would seem that even if the Hultman Works Company, or whatever species they are, weren't the ones who built the Nova, but instead the Galactic Nova was one of a whole set of robots built by some ancient planet-traveling peoples from another dimension, Halcandra, it would seem that, in fact, they were the Hultman and his people were the ones who built the Black Pyramids we saw in Kirby's Dream Land 3 and Kirby 64. It's been so many years since they made those games, and yet they actually retroactively explained what those were. It really is amazing. This really was an impressive one. They're definitely getting more cinematic. And while perhaps some people might consider that a problem, perhaps they wanted, just to be pure gameplay, I don't think so. I think it's very good that they feature that quality, because it's certainly one of the things that I'm here for. Not just as typically great level design and gameplay and presentation and everything else that they have going on. Very slick music was very nice. Really just amazing. This one is just amazing. Kirby Planet Robobot, everybody. This might be one of my favorite Kirby games now. Although, of course, it is a bittersweet ending. There were an enormous number of people who died because Star Dream had to be destroyed. Remember, that was the Access Ark, a space station the size of a whole planet. Millions of workers, at the very least, probably died because of that. But Kirby did did save quite a few more people, I suppose, by destroying Stardream before it got too far. We never really found out what happened to King Dedede, though, during all that. They must have captured him somehow if they were using his DNA to make clones of him, but... well, I suppose there are always going to be a handful of loose ends. Who knows, maybe in 10 years from now there will be a Kirby game which will explain what happened to King Dedede during the events of this game, and it will completely change everything. You say it's impossible now, but I would have said it was impossible for the Black Pyramids to be explained, or for them to reveal, as they did in Kirby's Return to Dreamland, or at least in implication, where the Galactic Nova came from in Kirby Superstar. That was Kirby Planet Robobot, everybody. And as you can see, there are certainly more modes and more challenges and everything else, so you should probably go buy this game and play it, because it's a great game, and see what other hidden secrets there are left to discover. I certainly didn't get all the code cubes, and heck, I might play through a few of these modes, but there's always going to be more to find, folks. Thanks as always. This has been Mackerel Phones.